the tight end coach there. So just had a good relationship with them and brought him in.
What kind of player is he?
He's definitely a more receiving type of tight end. He can get open pretty good. He's got good moves. He definitely needs to work on his blocking and things like that. Because I told him, I said, now you're coming up to this Power 5 school. Imagine going to block Cleve, and then you tell me how it works out. Because we all, when Cleve would come home, we play basketball together, and they'd go at it. It's pretty good. I mean, he's bigger than me, but he's definitely got that to work on. But he's definitely a receiving tight end.
Seems like people outside of the ACC, when they're talking about the conference, they only mention Clemson. Do they underestimate how good the Syracuse's and the NC States are?
I think so. I think someone was telling me a stat yesterday how the ACC wins more bowl games than any other conference going out of the conference to play in these bowl games, which speaks dividends to how tough this conference is. It really is tough. If you don't bring your A game, you're going to lose. So everybody's got to bring it every week, and this conference is really strong. Florida State was kind of like that a couple of years ago where they were the only ones. But, I mean, that's just what everybody else says. It's not really how the league is, and the talent here is incredible.
Syracuse has given you guys a good game the last few years, and it's not like it's a rivalry by any means, but how heated does that game become competition-wise between these two?
It's very similar to like NC State. NC State always gives us a tough battle, but Syracuse, when we're going to their place this year, we lost there last time we went up there, so they definitely figured something out where it's been a lot of good battles, so we're just going to have to bring our A game, like I said earlier, and just be the best version of us that we can be and really just get a hold of them and try to figure them out.
What's the grounding force for you guys as a team to keep you focused on the job at hand? Because, I mean, look at Coach. He's surrounded, three deep by reporters. You guys are basically the Beatles of college football. How do you maintain that focus to go out and play week in and week out without letting the clippings get into your head?
I think, like, during the season, we've had some losses. This past year, thankfully, we didn't have any, but you go back against Pittsburgh, and the feeling you get of losing is just sickening. I mean, I hate losing more than I like winning. I know it's an old saying, cliche, but it really is like that. When you lose, it hurts deep. I mean, you don't want to do it anymore. So the thing for us, we just try to be the best version of us that we can be, and we feel like that's enough. So as long as we can be at our best and be the best version of us, then nothing else really matters.
It's out of left field. So you played Shelby, and Dax Hollyfield was a linebacker for others.
Yeah.
Do you remember him at all? Do you know it? You guys are one of the best games you guys have played between each other. You won 44-39.
Yeah.
Do you remember Dax at all? He was on the field in front.
Yeah, so we played at their place. That was my 18th birthday, and I scored 18 points. So, no, I'm just kidding. I scored 16, but it was close enough.
He had 2 touchdowns on 100
yards. Yeah. But it was good. I definitely remember him. He's a good dude. He's a good kid. He definitely did a lot for that program. Him and his brother that's coming up now. And my brother battled him a good little bit. So, yeah. And I keep up to him at Virginia Tech. So he's a good dude, and I wish him the best in everything he does.
What was that rivalry like?
Against Shelby?
Yeah.
It was different. I don't think I lost to him, but it was different. It was good. We had a lot of close games. The one at our place where I had a couple targeting penalties, but it was good. It was always a tight game, and I loved it. I wish they would bring that conference back where it was the power of Cleveland County and the power of Gaston County and mash them up. Now it's everywhere, and I'm not going to get into politics, but that's how it is now.
Alabama had their immediate ACC, a couple of their players said they didn't think you guys were a better team in the championship game.
Yeah.
I thought Georgia was the harder opponent. What's your reaction or response to that?
I mean, he's entitled to his own opinion, so he can say whatever he wants to. But at the end of the day, everybody gets the same amount of preparation time. So I don't see how that plays a factor. But maybe they had some events that they had to go to that we didn't. I don't know if that's the case, but you had to ask him. But I think all in all, I mean, everybody gets the same preparation time. It's just a week, which is really hard for a national championship game. You got to think about that. Like our bowl games, we get the best of that team because they prepare for a month and a half. So I don't really know if he wants another month and a half or whatever it may be, but we all get the same, so I don't really know.
A lot of the Alabama fans have been squawking that their schedule was harder than the season, therefore that impacted to the championship game. Do you hear that as a player? Because it almost is like demeaning to the season altogether.
No, I take pride in this ACC. I feel like it's got a lot of good teams, and we go through the same thing. Everybody, we both played 15 games, so I don't see it as that. I mean, you get hit the same amount of times as the other team, so I don't really know how that plays. But I don't know. I guess it really comes down to like how long you play. Like if you were to say LSU or Texas A&M that overtime games they went into, maybe that's a little tougher for their next week. I see that. But I don't know. I don't see it being any difference. SEC, ACC, Big 12, Big 10. They're all great conferences, Power 5 conferences, so it is what it is.
Did it bother you? It's 6 months down the road now. That's all people are talking about. It's still, Alabama had a tougher schedule or all these different reasons why.
I think at any level it'll always be within the league, any league you go to. So it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, he's entitled to his own opinion, so he can say what he wants to. But at the end of the day, it's about wins and losses. So either win or you lose, and then say what you want afterwards. But at the end of the day, the final result is the final result. There is no change in it. Only what you do next.
I know you have that opinion. You're an established senior. You've been through this before, but what about the younger guys that are coming through this? Will you guys use that off-season narrative kind of as motivation?
Yeah, we're really young up front, and like going from last year, all of our leaders were up front. So losing them hurts, but other guys got to step up. Other guys step into different roles that they weren't used to, and it definitely brings a different edge when you get new guys, new fresh legs, fresh attitudes, and things like that. So you always, when you get freshmen guys like that are really hungry, it makes you like look back at when you came in as a freshman and how hungry you were. Just kind of revamps that energy.
Are y'all using some of the comments though as motivation in the off season, and is Dabo bringing that up
from other teams and stuff like that?
Fans and stuff.
I don't know if I mean, I'm sure he'll have something cooked up for us. We haven't had a after summer meeting. Usually the fall camp is usually when he gets his slogans and all that good stuff. So ask me usually during the season, he'll have some good stuff for you.
Let's talk about your experience being here at ACC Kickoff.
It's been great. I've been at it since 9 a.m. this morning. Me and John had a great meal last night at Del Frisco's, which is a top tier place. If y'all haven't been, y'all definitely got to go. It's nuts. But yeah, we've had a great experience so far. We flew in yesterday, ate, and I've been here doing this all day, and it's been great. I've had a lot of great questions. I've been happy to answer, and I look forward to the rest of the day. Yeah, somebody asked me like what my if I was to be reincarnated into an animal, what would I be? That's pretty easy. I want to be a sea turtle. I feel like they're very majestic creatures. They just float around the ocean all day. I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
Tanner, the freshman safeties, like, there's a big gap between you guys, the four that have been there, that know sophomores, juniors, really, and then you have the freshmen. Are any of them you think could come in and maybe compete for a role this season?
Yeah, there's a few of them. We got 4 new ones. Jalen Phillips, I call him Rex Ray, that's his Instagram name. Ray, Joe gets under my skin all the time. He tries to play with me, he tries to get under my skin. He's like, he knows I get aggravated at some things, and he'll try me all the time. And then Landon, they're all great players. I think Ray's got a tremendous work ethic. He's super smart. He didn't get to, what is so inspiring to me, he didn't practice all spring, but he came into the summer, he's gotten stronger. He's really tried to grow from his injury and understand things. And Landon's really quiet, but he's about his business. Jalen and Joe the same. They always ask me what they can do to improve their game, and if I'll go watch extra film with them or whatever it may be. So we got a really good group of guys, but Ray's definitely somebody to watch out for. Maybe jump into some dime packages or maybe some easier stuff to learn. Because as a defensive back, you got to know everybody's position and what they're doing. So it's not an easy position to learn, but dime maybe something like that.